Hello my lovely family and friends, a warm welcome back to my channel. Today we are making Zongo Fula recipe. Okay, so I hope you know that anything Zongo, you come to this channel because I am the Zongo queen. So I'm going to show you how to make this two different ways, and you're going to love both. Delicious. So before I continue, I want to dedicate this video to my mom, Adelaide Equia Densia Archer of blessed memories. She loved Fula. When I say she loved, it's even if there's any other word beyond love. That's just say, this is even another statement. My mom loved Fula. We can just sit under the tree, watching like vendors going by, just looking out for Fula sellers for my mother. She loved it. So yeah, this is for her. So for the first recipe, I have soaked some millet in water overnight, okay? So not that you can soak it in anything else, but just saying. Yeah, and I've drained it, okay, from the overnight water, and then we're going to blend some, okay? So for this recipe, we're going to make it as if we are going to make Hausa cocoa, okay? So the process is basically, actually it is Hausa cocoa recipe, okay, for this one. And you're going to scoop some and we'll use it for the Fula, okay? So the ingredients I'm adding to my millet are chilies, ginger, cloves, grains of Selim, and black pepper. I'm going to put the tree names or the local names in the description box for you to see, okay? And I'm going to blend it, okay, with the millet, of course, right? So once it's blended, I will set it aside to ferment overnight, okay? And then what I would do is I will decant it because the water that I used to blend will settle on top of it. But before then I'm going to strain it, okay? So here what you can do is you can just pour some of this and make it straight away, right? But the idea is that when you want Fula and you have our cocoa mixture there, you don't have to worry, just scoop some, okay? But otherwise you can just scoop some as it is straight from the blender, and you make your Fula with it, okay? So as I said, I'm going to decant it, and that's what I've just done. Pour that, and that water, I'm not going to throw it away, okay? It's going to be used for the Hausa cocoa and all the other things, okay? So I'm scooping some of the mixture into a small saucepan, okay? And we're going to cook this one on fire or on the stove, okay? So we're going to cook it like we cook banku, right? And once it forms into the banku, you know, millet doesn't take long to cook. You can even eat it as is, so you don't have to cook it, right? But once it forms one big dough or one big ball of millet banku, okay, this is like spice banku or something, then you just form them into balls and then it's ready, okay? So yeah, at some point you have to add a little bit of water, just the same way like you're making banku, okay? And yeah, and this one, the texture is smooth, the consistency is super, and the taste is amazing. I actually prefer this one, the taste of this one, to the original authentic one, because it's like chilled Hausa cocoa in a way, okay? So you form them into balls. These I formed them into 4 balls, right? Because I realized this was too big, okay? When you have some delicacy like this, you don't eat it all at once. I saw okay? So before I was going to like divide it into 2, I'm like, no, it be made in 4 days instead of 2 days. And I'm going to say a smart move. Did in 4 days instead of 2 days. Samira Wabing. Anyway, so you get some corn flour and then you just coat the balls with it, and that is it. That is your Fula done. So simple, very, very simple. And this is delicious, and I love chilies, so this one had a lot of chilies and I really enjoyed it, okay? So yes, now for the second recipe, right, you need some millet flour, okay? Millet flour, and you add your spices. So these are the spices. I'm adding some ground cloves, ground chili, ground ginger, and then black pepper. Okay, and I'm sieving them first because they can have little particles, which I don't want it in my fula, because are you going to drink or you're going to chew? Otherwise, bona it will be not working inside, and then you don't want that. Okay, so I'm sieving all of it, right? And then I'm going to form this into balls. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some water, and the same water that we poured off our Hausa cocoa mixture, no, that's the same water that I'm going to use to add. Okay, right? But you can use any water. I told you I wasn't throwing that away, so that's what I used to. So I'm going to form them into balls. But this mixture, what I want you to know is that you're not going to make it very soft. Okay, just so enough, a little water, enough for you to form balls with it, not make it too soft. Okay, so you see that when you form the balls, when you break it, it breaks easily. When there's too much water, it doesn't break easily. Okay, so yeah, so you see how it can just come apart like that. So you have to keep compressing it for you to get very compact balls, right? So I formed it into 4 balls again. I want to eat it 4 days. So in the meantime, I have been boiling water. Okay, so I'm adding my balls into the water, and you're going to cook it, right? So you cook it for how long? I don't know, but you cook it until it starts to you see what I just showed you so quickly. The dough start to splatter. Okay, splatter, and you find it in your saucepan and on the cover of your saucepan. So once you see that, then it's ready, right? And you take it off the stove and you add it to your whatever you want to use to pound it. And I have this miniature wardrobe and warmer, so you pound it. I actually pounded it for longer than you see here. I'm making the video shorter for you, so everything is fast. Okay, then once you pound it and it becomes very nice and I'm going malleable, using the word again, then you form it into balls, and then again you coat it in corn flour, and that is it. Okay, so this is the authentic, original Zongo way of making it. The first one, the improvisation, that's what you do, but this one is a proper way. So the proper way, this is how you do it. Usually they can just blend. You can just blend it in a bowl with your fingers or with the back of a spoon. You crush it and some water, but telling me blend that into so I'm adding some sugar and evaporated milk to it, and that is the authentic way of serving it, right? Fula is usually blended very thick, right? But I don't like the thick thing, no. So I like it light. So I'm blending this one to my own taste, right? So you can see here that it's very, very light, and it is milky and it is creamy, right? But the authentic way, you add just a little bit of water, or you add more of the fula, and then little water, little milk, and then you see the food compact like that, and you're thick. Here I'm using fresh milk instead of water and evaporated milk, and I'm going to blend it once again to my own liking. So if you don't like it this way, you reduce the milk content, and you add more fula, so that you have the food, fula food, okay, so that is it. Very easy, very simple. So you're a fula fan, I have it for you. It is so good, and any of these methods will do. There are other methods that I can show you, but Charlie, too now. So hope you have enjoyed this recipe, and please don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe. And thank you for stopping by once again, and I'll see you in the very next one. Bye.